Hello, everybody. Welcome to this workshop with GpsGate and the partners. And this is Sven Vedin. I'm doing sales in GpsGate, and I've been doing that since we started 18 years ago. I know some of you, and I probably will get to know some of you even better after this workshop.
So, hello everybody, I'm Carlos. I work as a support and solution engineer in GpsGate. And if you are a old customer from GpsGate, maybe we have already talking. So it's a nice to say hi in person.
All right. So what this workshop is all about. We will talk about GpsGate and the sales process of selling fleet management and using your smartphone as a tool to speed up the sales cycle. And we're going to cover this in this workshop. Why is this important? We're going to explain to you some findings that we have had over the years when talking to partners, what challenges they have when they're out selling. So we're trying to tackle some of those challenges and remove some of that friction when you guys are out selling. And then we're going to go through the sales cycle. We're going to play a little role play here, you can say, explaining how you guys can experience the sales cycle when you're out meeting a new customer, a new prospect. So we're going to show you what that can look like. And then it will be prize award. So it will be some nice prizes to win that will be sent out to a winner. And you can only win if you are a user in the application. So that's also why it's important that you sign into the application and become a user in the application, and that you start tracking in the application. So we will get back to that later. And then we have a QA session in the end, and you can use the QA tool in Teams. So we will see your questions coming in there. We will cover them either directly after the webinar, or we can respond to you in writing after. So we go into the problems that we've heard. We're starting with that. I'm in sales, and for you who know me, I'm keen on talking about pain all the time and problems. If you don't have problems, you cannot sell, basically. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing here. There is friction involved when you are meeting customers. So here is a summary of what we have found when we talk to you guys. The sales cycle is quite often long. It's a lot of components in the sales cycle, technology, and it's people, and then lack of time and distance and things like that. So a long sales cycle. We don't like that. We want the sales cycle to be fast and short. So that's a problem. And it's hard to get the customer to test. You can talk about fleet management in theory. You can show them PowerPoints. You can talk about it on the phone. But seeing is believing. And it's quite hard to get them to test. How do you make sure that they start looking at your offering and your solution? So that's a hurdle to overcome. And it's quite hard to add a device. I mean, it's a lot of technology. I mean, you have like cables and you have SIM cards, and you have EMI numbers, and a lot of things that is quite hard, and you need access to the car or the customer, and yeah, it's complicated. A lot of technology involved. And it's expensive to just go out and send out devices and hope that the customer will use them. You need to have a prospect that is serious. They are requesting you to start a test. You want them to ask you to come over and show them what it is like. And it's hard to make sure that you're testing with the right customers. So we want to help you with that as well. And this is probably the biggest hurdle. People are busy. It's hard to get their attention. There's so many like Candy Crush applications out there happening in the customer's head all the time. So you need to get their attention. It has to be wow. It has to be exciting. It has to be something interesting. Otherwise, you lose them. So we want to tackle that as well. And we in sales, we struggle to get hold of people like Carlos who know systems and technologies and differences and customizations and trackers and what have you. So that's also a hurdle for us in sales, that how can we get all this done without all those resources we need from technology. And it's also expensive for a technology person to spend time on a prospect before you know if this will generate money. So let's keep the cost down, basically. So this webinar is about trying to fix those, or remove some of this friction here. So mobile usage is really interesting. We see that at GpsGate a lot. Customers who are using Fleet, they actually use more. They get more in control of their fleet. They see the data more often. And we also have, you see that in general, you see that 60% of all traffic on internet is today on a smartphone. So this is also represented in GpsGate. When the customer is starting to use the Fleet app, they start using more of your solution. So it's a great way to make your customers stay longer and make them use the system more and make them get more in control. So you're becoming an application for them that is mission critical. They use it more. And Africa is maybe the most extreme. They have the biggest proportion of internet traffic from mobile. They don't have laptops basically, but they have smartphones, all of them. So this is an interesting trend, and that is why we have had the Fleet app for a long time in GpsGate, and we have done a lot of investment in it. So for you who has tested, you have seen a great deal of changes, and we will show you some of that today. So even if you are a user of GpsGate a long time, you might see some news today. So then we go into how can you use your smartphone in a smart way in selling fleet management, basically. So the first thing you do with your smartphone is you make a call. You get a lead, or you have a happy customer that is referring you to a new prospect. That's very common, and that's the most common way to grow the business, that you get referrals from existing customers into new accounts. And your happy customers, they're normally keen to help you grow. So that's a good thing that you should always do. Ask your happy customers if they know someone else who needs a similar system. You book the meeting in your calendar, in your smartphone. You get some perspective of what this customer is doing. You get some background material about them. You check out their website, all the standard stuff you do before a sales meeting. And then what you do in GpsGate is that you create an application for this customer. You know that every customer that you're selling to should have their own application in GpsGate. An application is, for you that might be new, is a place where this company can see their fleet, only their fleet. They can, and you can do changes on the application. You can enable special features that they're interested in and so forth. So one application per customer. And this is how you do it. You typically do this from your desktop. You just create the customer name that is car rental for you. This is the customer that we're going to meet, and we then have an application that is built for them. And when you log into it for the first time, you see an empty application like this, and this is the place where you will start adding devices for this customer. So then the next step is that you want to put some branding on this customer, and you also want to set up a geofence. We will show you how that is done as well. But the branding is important. You will see the customer will get the personalized experience from the branding. They will feel that you care about them. You have actually checked out their logo. You have done some efforts. So we bring out the car rental for you logo here. We can change the color to their corporate color if we like. And when you have saved it, you have the application branded in their name. And what is also nice to know is that when they start using the Fleet app that we'll spend most of the time on, you see that it's branded as well. So this is a good starting point for a new prospect, that they see, wow, this sales guy has actually, he cares about me a bit. He has actually done some extra specific work for me. Then it's time for you to create a geofence around his office, because you're going to use that when you go to the customer later on. So you use you create the geofence around his office. This example is in Stockholm. So that is the location of his office, and the geofence name is typically his name and headquarters. Mm-hmm. So now what you have done is that you've created an event rule in a very swift way. You just use the quick guide that we had created. And now you have an event rule created, and your all is set. And then it's time to invite the customer. You can invite him to his application from your smartphone if you don't have your desktop, or you can do it from your desktop, and this is what it looks like when you invite someone from the desktop. And the nice thing here is what we have developed is that you don't need to work with credentials and passwords and all those things. You basically just enter his email or her email, and then you send it. And from the receiver's perspective, he just get this email, and he's opening it. And when he's opening this email, he will see a place where he can sign into the application. So he gets straight into his application that you have built for him. So it's a very straightforward way for him to get into this. And the purpose here is to shorten. You remember, it's very hard to get people's attention. This took like 20 seconds for him to get into his application. 20 seconds is okay. But if it's like longer, a lot of clicks, a lot of frustration to get to it, he will lose interest and he will go for lunch. So here is where you shorten a lot of the testing cycle. Now you can say that the proof of concept for this prospect has already started, and you haven't even met yet. And pay attention to the start button at the right bottom corner there. That is essential as well going forward. So now it's time for the day of the meeting. So what you want to do is you take your smartphone and you use this start tracking button on the right down corner, which means that your smartphone is now turned into a tracker, and you right away see yourself in this application. So this is a really swift way to show the concept of tracking. And maybe he hasn't opened his account, so he might not be aware of that you have this cool thing to present to him. So instead, as a backup of him logging into his own Fleet app, you can publish the location of your that you're coming, and this means that he doesn't even need to log into anything when you're using publish. You just go to share location in the Fleet app. When you're sitting in the car, you have started the tracking on your Fleet app, and now you're clicking on share location, and you share this location over WhatsApp with this customer. So he gets a URL that is publicly available for anyone. And he can even share that with his boss or someone else without the login. And that is really really nice way to get his attention to stick out that this is easy to use. And this is what he will see in his phone. He will not have a login to the application here. He just see the URL. You see speed and the location. That's it, basically. This, of course, can be. There are many use cases for this later on when he has a system in production. he can share this link with customers and so forth. But that's for later when he is a happy customer already. So now he has a chance to see you're coming to the meeting, but let's make that even easier for him. So we are now going to the meeting, and if he's logged into the Fleet app, he would see this in real time. But if he's not, you need to trigger an alert that, hey, I'm here now, so please turn on coffee or something. So you see the vehicle is now coming to the location of the customer. You get an alert, and he gets a push notification in his smartphone now. And maybe some of you have received a push notification.
It's coming in
to your smartphone. And the purpose of this is that this is a really good way for him to be, wow, this is happening now. This is real. This is not a demo. This is real data and real information that I get right now. It's a very good start of the meeting. You haven't even met him yet. But now you enter the room, you come to the meeting. One thing that he typically asks about is reporting. So you show him the report with the real data of you coming to the meeting. And he gets really excited. So he want to share this information with his boss. He's the fleet manager of Car Rental for You. And he thinks this is exactly what Car Rental for You have been talking about internally. They want a report. They want to be able to see it swiftly. And he want to show this to his boss as well. So you say, okay, cool. You can just forward this report to your boss. So you tell him to open his smartphone and share this report with the boss. And then he gets it in whatever format that he likes, and it's sent. And that the boss doesn't have to be a user or anything to receive this report. So this could be sent to anyone in the organization, or in their case, a customer of theirs, or someone requesting information. So then the boss is exciting. He comes over from his room. He said he was busy, but now he saw this report. He's excited. He comes in and he said, what are you doing? This sounds very interesting. I want to join here as well. And then your prospect is told that, okay, great. You can actually also be a member of this application. So he's inviting his boss to the same application. So you spread the word of mouth within the organization. Is more people engaged. And now we have automatically moved up the value chain a bit. So the guy who's actually paying for an investment, the boss of the Car Rental for You company, is now part of this evaluation. And you have done this all of your own without any technical resource. So it's great. But the boss is a bit like, okay, this is a cool test, but I actually have one of our vehicles out here, and I would like to really test it. I really want to see the real solution. And then, luckily enough, you bring out from your suitcase, I have a device with me. This is a vehicle-mounted device that you mount into the vehicle, and this is, in this case, it's a Teltonica. You only have basically your smartphone with you, but that should not be a problem. You don't have technical people with you. You don't have big manuals or anything. But what you do is you go out to the boss car and you install this device in his car. You enter the name of the tracker that you want to add. In this example, it is Teltonica. And you scan the device, the EMEI that you have on the device. So you get the EMEI number without any bugs or problems. You enter the phone number of the device, and you enter the APN of
details.
APN details of this. So when you're going out, you need to know the phone number and the APN of the device.
Your tracker.
Of the SIM card. So now what you do from your smartphone is you configure the device to start sending. This could have been a device that is brand new, that has never been used before. So first thing you do is you set the ID of the device, and then you tell the device to start sending data to your server. And with those commands that you send from your smartphone, then you will see the device coming online automatically when it's under clear sky. So you have started proof of concept, you have started an installation, you have completed an installation, and to make it even more personalized, you want to take a picture of the Boss car, and you upload it to the system in the Fleet app. You do this from your smartphone. And now it's a much nicer experience for the boss when he's bragging about this cool solution that he has in place. Now he will feel that he's in control of his fleet. So now you have shortened the sales cycle dramatically. And after the meeting, you took some notes of the meeting. They also mentioned some problems that they have in their business, that they said that they wanted to know when their vehicle is returned, and they want to know if it's full, if it's full of gas or if it's half full. Because if they're losing money when people are returning cars that are empty or not full, then that's a big business problem, and they lose a lot of money that way. They also mentioned a few things. So you make a short summary of the meeting always, but you do that as fast as you can. And if you do it from your phone, then it's immediately, you're differentiating from the others that are lazy and they do send their summary 3 days later. This is fresh information. You send it right away when you have their attention. And you get back to the office, then possibly you talk to your technical colleague, and you tell him the business problems that this customer have. Maybe you need some help to set up the event rules and the configurations that to comply to their requirements. And once that is set, you let the customer test this application for 2 weeks or so. And they can invite more users, as you have shown them in the first meeting. And of course, you stand available if they need any additional information and they want to add or change something. And then you have already booked the second meeting in your smartphone, and you go there 2 weeks later and collect their feedback. And they are, of course, super happy about the solution, and they're keen to get started, and they want to roll out to their 50 car rental vehicles right away. So you celebrate with the customer and you have a nice dinner with them. So wouldn't this be nice? Yeah. This type of sales cycle. So summary of what we have achieved. So we have shortened the sales cycle in this way, and that was one of the main objectives here. We have made it easy for the customer to start testing. We haven't spent that much time on PowerPoints or so. We just got straight into testing. And we added a real tracking device that we mounted into the boss vehicle. He saw it coming online immediately, and it was very smooth, and no friction at all. No manual reading or going to guides or open a specific type of operating system to get access to the guide or anything like that. It's just smooth. You just get it online. And it was fast to install the device. It didn't take any resources. You had it with you in the suitcase, and you actually got them to ask for it. Some tracking partners, they're charging for this type of test, and that's absolutely okay to do that. But if you feel that this is a serious customer, maybe it's a good idea to just have a device ready, install it in the sponsor's car or the power sponsor's car, so that they can start testing immediately. Because it's probably higher value for you that they actually start testing than that you get a few dollars for a test. And that can also delay the sales cycle a lot. So you can judge on that, what is best. You also got their attention immediately. But when sending alerts, when you're arriving to the site, you send them an invitation to the application early on. You get them interactive before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. And you can also see here during the 2 weeks test period how much attention they they pay to you. I mean, are they testing? Are they adding more users? Are they using the application actively? So it's very good intelligence for you when you're running this sales process. And you did all of this without technical stuff. Maybe you need a little bit of technical help when you get back from the meeting to configure something, to do something special that you might not be in control of. But you're definitely lowering the cost for this sales cycle, and you're speeding it up. So now we are getting into an interesting part. We have the prices here.
Okay, so we're going to explain a little bit about what is the dynamic. So first, we are going to show what are the dynamics. So just give me one sec. So basically, I hope that you can see currently my screen. We have GpsGate on mobile and in the web. So basically, from here, what we want to do right now is in the left, we're going to, the dynamic is called the longest track. So maybe you can explain a little bit better.
Yeah, so we see people who have signed up for the application, and please sign up, because if you're not signed up, you cannot be the award winner to get this nice prize. It contains a summer pack, everything you need for the summer. So it's a very attractive prize. We'll send it to the winner. And the winner is the one who is creating a user in this application, and then press start tracking from his Fleet app. On the right side, you see the start tracking.
Yeah. So we have over here the Fleet app. The goal is to start the tracking and the longest track by tomorrow at the same hour, 11 in the morning. So the person who have the longest track in the track window from GpsGate will receive an incredible summer bundle from GpsGate.
Yeah, and we will see the accurate distance. So it will be possible to see the reports for the longest track. So the longest distance in kilometers by 11 o'clock tomorrow, Central European time, is the winner of the summer pack. And then we have one more competition, and it's about uploading the best photo to your user. So Carlos is now showing you what that is all about. So it can be something like this. So make your picture better than that. If you have some really nice monument or something where you live, or you have a very beautiful sunset, or you have something inspirational, take that.
Beautiful bits.
Yeah. But take something that catch our attention, and then you are the winner of the second prize, the same summer type of gear that you need for summer. So I hope that you will enjoy this competition, and I hope that you really sign up for it, and that you put some effort into winning, because I know that you're all very competitive out there.
Yeah.
So now, if you have any questions, of course, you can always email support or me or Carlos after. But we just want to take the opportunity to see if you have any questions right now. We can try to.
So as we mentioned at the beginning, we have a Q&A section in Teams. So please, if you have questions, technical about the sales, about GpsGate itself, we can try to answer those questions right away. Also, if this gets a little bit more in depth, you can reach in support. So we're going to check if we are possible of your questions right now.
I had a question before this webinar that I've heard quite often, and someone asked if it's a good idea to brand the application in your name or if you should brand it in the customer's name. And I think that's a relevant question. I think it's up to you, of course, what you prefer. But in this sales scenario, when it's a brand new customer, you should take every chance to differentiate. You should take every chance to engage with them. So when you are in this early stage of the customer trying to get their attention, you should probably brand it in their name and put their logo on there. It shows that you care about them and that they are important to you. But then later on, when they are a customer, of course, it can be a good idea to brand it in your name so that you get some possibilities to spread your name, to build up your brand, and to make it your customers brag about how good you are as a service provider. So you can do that later. But here in this sales cycle, when you create the application and you engage with them for the first time, it's probably a good idea to brand it in their name. Yeah.
Yeah. The Q&A are in the screen.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think there is a one from Art. Thank you for a great presentation, great example of how to excite the customer during the live demo. Sorry. Do you have an example of how to use similar excitement when we do video call demos?
Yeah, we did this webinar in Teams, and we were discussing different tools of what is best to use. So, of course, this is a bit testing for us as well. We have been using other tools before, so that's something that we will evaluate. But I think it could be useful to have teams like this, and generally, I think it's good if it can be interactive. If it's a lot of people like you guys, then it's like hard to open up for that everybody talk at the same time, things like that. But we actually plan to do more sessions like this autumn, where we're going to focus on like use cases, specific use cases. We're going to try to keep them short, so we know that you're all busy, but we try to keep them to like 30 minutes or so. We're going to focus on different problems that we hear from the market, from you guys, and we're going to show you examples how GpsGate can help you fix those problems for those customers. So you keep your eyes open for those sessions that we're going to run after the summer break. Yeah. Basically.
Also, we will try to make this, as Ben mentioned, this session, we will try to upload it somewhere that you can have access later. And then the multimedia and the access to it will be for you to have as an example. And I think if you want to engage further, we can reach maybe sales and marketing and support, and then we can help you with this kind of excitement. I have one thing to mention. I mean, you saw like the adding the device into using your smartphone. Currently, all the Teltonica devices are supported using this feature. We have been working also with the Quakelin devices. Some of them, not all of them, but we are working continuously to add and have more brands and device types available for you to make the job way easier and way more smoother.
Okay, it seems like we will hang around for a little bit more, but otherwise, just keep on doing a great job. We know that you're working really hard, and you're competing with various solutions out there. But we believe that using the Fleet app can be a way for you to differentiate when you're out selling and to speed up the sales cycle, as we have been discussing today. So it has been a pleasure to have you on this call, and we look forward to have a similar type of sessions in the future. And of course, you can always send us good ideas of what to talk to, what to focus on sessions like this. Your feedback is more than welcome. So
yes, do not forget, if you have any other question or you want to engage more your customer, always we are open to receive your messages in support@gps.com. And you can also talk with your sales manager according to the region. So we can get in touch all the time.
And we will look at the result tomorrow at 11. So start the competition, do long tracks and upload nice pictures to win the prize. And we will do the announcement of who is the winner within a few days. And then we will delete the applications later on. So if you want to test or anything with your customers, you should have your own application and do the testing on your proper servers. This what you have seen today will be removed. So all this data will disappear.
We will not keep it. We don't know where you are.
Yeah.
And lastly, but not least, this is also a way to communicate that our Fleet app is becoming more portable and more powerful. So this is the message that we want to give to you. It's a beautiful and powerful tool. So please use it. We know that it's making the changes when the users are using it. So try to encourage your users to do it.
Okay, thank you everybody. And let's stay in touch and keep on selling. Bye-bye.